terms of
I think you're pretty good, actually.
Spread from one vent site to another.
Come around maybe 10 more degrees, and then
there's not that many
we should be pretty much lined up. I'll keep coming up as you want to.
Right, yeah, I'll just keep coming up and moseying out once your sonar at my position
more vent sites, so we have a better
allows, we can
characterization of what
scooch forward.
live in the back arc vents.
We'll be conservative.
You know, how uniform
I think we're getting
or
pretty
varied
close.
are they? Does it, vary a lot?
What depth does the bathy have that at? 3850?
Very similar.
Yes.
The underlying reasons for searching and trying to characterize these sites.
The local high?
Or just answer those
Yes.
kind of questions.
Oh, the local high is probably
Thank you, Stace, and thank you, Bill. Both of
those
you
are
raised
10
really
meters.
good
Yeah, these
and
are 10 meters,
interesting
and
points
this
that
is
I think
actually
will help
this,
our
so
viewers who are
3850.
following along understand why we're doing what we're doing and how we hope to achieve our goals.
All right.
I think we could probably fire up a move.
Okay.
If pilot's okay with that.
I'm more comfortable.
Everybody
It's like
on
a
board?
long, stringy, lumpy pillow.
Before, when the wall was 12 meters away, calling in a 20-meter move can make...
Good now?
Yeah.
Everybody? Okay.
Now.
Yeah. There we go. We're all lined up. Bridge nav. Can we get a 20-meter move at 100 degrees, 0.2 knots?
So, Nav, are we slowly trying to move towards that local high?
We're headed that way.
Great.
He's on the phone with
Oh,
Bridge,
sorry.
so I was
Come back on
answering
that.
for him.
Thank you.
Good copy.
Sorry, Nav.
No problem. We are good. And yes, we're heading that way.
Great. All right, so after wandering down this valley between pillow mounds, which still has lots of pillows in it, we've asked the ship to start moving over a little bit more towards the east, which will bring the ROV and Sirius also over to the east.
As long as you're doing all right.
We will then make a stop, a little run up towards the pillow mound that is north of our waypoint.
Hey, dry lab nav? Anybody in dry lab?
And we will do some wandering around
Hey,
there.
can you
and
send somebody in here for a quick bio break? Thank you.
Hey, Deb, could you have the map in the nav screen dragged northward a bit? Because the ship's getting towards the bottom of it, and it's going under the time overlay for us on our camera 3 view.
Yes, I will ask. It will probably take a few minutes because Nav is having a little bit of a change right now.
Yeah.
So once they're settled again, I will ask them.
Yeah, just hit up a couple times.
But thanks for mentioning it. I didn't realize that there's a streamer on the bottom of the quad screen. Oh, I think they changed it, so now it's just the high pack for you for right now.
I momentarily made it full screen.
Thank you, Roland.
Got a fish on the right.
More of the same. We can take a quick if you want to look.
Would you prefer it to just stay with only the high pack, or would you like to get back to the quad screen eventually?
I think the high pack.
Wow, these seem to be the main fish we're seeing today. So this is like another Lucicorus, Ophidiid. I think we've seen about 7 of these today.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, we're clear with this. If they've seen 7.
Cool.
We've seen 3 different types of fish, but the others we only just saw a single individual for, whereas this one we've seen about 7.
Maybe he also enjoys the artistry of the pillow basalts.
Maybe it's just the same individual stalking us.
Okay, I'll come up and mosey left.
Yeah.
The hunt.
You're waiting on me.
For the...
So many thanks, Mackenzie, for logging and saying that Lucicorus actually eats polychaetes and also crustaceans. And we've seen a couple polychaetes on this.
Sorry, got a little closer.
So far. Plus, I'm sure there are lots of those little animals living all in these cracks of the pillow basalts and all in the sediments coating them. Thank you, Mackenzie.
Maybe I'll put Andy over here.
Just in case you're wondering who Mackenzie is, her name's She was a biology lead last year on the Hawaiian leg of this expedition.
Sounds fine to me.
She is a PhD student at the University of Hawaii and also an expert on
you want me
deep
to
sea fish.
kill your...
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I was just going to.
Thanks, Bridge.
Do you want me to rise with you?
Yes, please. Yeah. I'm stretched a little, so you can't go crazy, but
Copy.
as soon as the ship moves, you definitely want to catch up. So if you think you're moving, then you can come up as we get more tether. But yeah, it's sheer enough here that we can do a lot of vertical versus horizontal. Seems to be falling off in your view, so you might be able to,
Yeah, we might be at the...
make a hop once this one's in.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to start moving here shortly.
Good.
For right now with this view, is your swing arms, are you happy with them? Okay.
I am. Video? Light good?
Yep.
Cool.
Giving me the best we've been able to accomplish for the day.
Copy that.
They weren't there initially, and then they went and corrected them before your all shift started.
You mean right as our shift started?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Somebody opened them up. I thought it was when Carl was sitting there.
It's probably Chris.
Probably Jeff.
Oh, it was definitely Andy. That's right.
Yeah. So your 140 move just ended. Sorry, 100 move just ended. That's what Sean told me.
Copy that.
I think we can go ahead and get another one in. You seem like you're a ways off.
I am. And the hill falls away.
Agreed.
We got no huge returns for 50 meters, so.
Yeah, and I think it'll pick back up again. I'd be careful of a wall if the high-res bathymetry is accurate.
Oh, we're not on that wall already. I thought we were hitting that
might
sort
be
of
right shy of it.
Okay. All right.
Let's get another one in, though.
Yes. I agree.
You okay with 100 now, co-pilot?
Looks good to me. I can slightly turn that way, but I'm already at 90, so...
Bridge now.
Yeah. Just keep us on track. Whatever you want to do.
Ship move, please. 20 meters, 100 degrees, 0.2 knots. Bearing 100. Good copy, thank you.
Feel like you're moving pretty good yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Should be. I think it just started, really.
Okay. I'm going to cover a little more left and right. I feel like I'm moving slow. Stay on 100 so I stay on track, and I'll just
Copy that. I'm at 100.
zoom right and left within your in your view. Hopefully we'll catch something that we can chase of the same. I was going to say, we haven't had a Zoom request in a while. It looks like Roland's busy. Oh, that's a cool flow there, huh? Alright, I'll come back left. Just make sure you keep coming up with me.
Copy. Yeah, co-pilot, you see how your delta's only at 8 or something like that? That's totally fine the way that we are right now, because he's so far out there. And in fact, if you pull it up, it would cheat him of some tether.
Copy.
So as long as you can see your tether and he's way out there, that's good. You're happy.
I'm just slowly coming up as he does. Kind of matching speed.
Sure, yeah.
Perfect.
Just an example of how not to get attached to a delta number.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So, nav or pilot?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ashley.
Can somebody just tell me, where we are and what we're up to?
We are still moving to the local high.
Okay, thank you. Is that a holothurian? Do you?
That is a holothurian, and I do have.
Well, actually, I think unless we're sampling, we are always moving.
Okay, perfect. I sort of meant actually which direction we were moving in.
We're going east towards that local high.
Perfect. And then we're going to head towards waypoint 3 after that.
Affirmative. Yep.
Oh, and you want to take a look at this guy for a minute?
I
You can
do
just
if we have the
snap zoom
time.
if you have chance.
Snap
please.
zoom, aye.
I do love the colors of the holothurians. They're quite
Yeah,
beautiful.
holothurians are
You
great.
need to
So
get a
this
little
one
bit more than a snap zoom in
looks
order
like a Gallic-
to use these for any.
Gallopathuria, perhaps,
archival
which is a type
sake.
of synallactid.
Yeah, we'll do what you gotta do, video.
Looks like he may be lifting up on the bottom.
Yeah, and Chris has come up with the same.
Lifting up on the
idea.
bottom. Oh yeah, a little bit.
Hey, Deb,
Interesting.
could we get the ROV depth on the quad screen again? Somehow it
Sorry,
had
Roland, I was
off.
scanning back up.
I'm sorry, Bill. What do you
wanna
want on
tight
the quad
zoom
screen?
On him,
ROV
lift
depth,
it up.
It's got taken off the upper left.
Okay,
Bill.
that's great,
Right
pilots.
part.
Thank you.
Bill, what you're seeing on that quad split is the pilot's actual active ROV GUI. So it's going to be whatever they currently are operating.
So they just put it back on, for example.
It may not always be on the depth. It's whatever they're actively using at the time.
Sorry, I was turning things on and off. I'll try to leave it
Okay, thanks.
when I'm not.
Oh, no worries, pilot. We're all getting on the same page.
Thanks, Roland.
Hey, Nav, what time was that last move at?
0150.
Thanks.
Whoa.
I actually think I rounded up. It was probably more like
Double
0149.
whoa. That's
So.
crazy looking.
That is a nice one.
Why is that so flat?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Why is it so flat? That doesn't make any sense.
So, geologists on shore, the control room is wondering why
Ooh.
that has such a
Oh, it pushed
sharp,
the crust out.
sharp, flat
Ooh.
face.
So that face was formed first, and then some lava pushed it out.
Get
and it
those
stuck
The
to
flat
the
part
end.
used to be part of the
Can we get the
other
cruise
control
on the
bullet,
ooze?
and so it
Yeah,
was
what do you
part of the
want?
crust,
Sorry, I can't hear you
and
video.
then
Ooze
popped
on the
open
ooze on the
like a
top
jack
of
in the
that
box.
one you're describing.
The flat side or the curved side?
Curved,
pushed
where
like
the crack
that to
is.
keep the
I'll
crust,
pick up.
but it's still
You
attached.
can start in.
That is really cool. Yeah, so it basically just pushed its way out. So what you're looking at is it's sort of extruded upwards, actually. And again, you can see those striations. You can see the thin striations on top, those thicker striations on the bottom. And then when you looked below this particular piece, you can see that
Cruise
also
complete, pilots.
was pushed up in another direction.
Okay, thanks.
So that one had also been popped up just in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Thanks, sir. Yeah, as soon as I asked and stared at it for a second, I figured it out. Really cool.
So I think the ups and downs that we're seeing here are within this little area here.
Roger. Yeah.
It kind of undulates, if you will.
Undulation. Ooh, look at that stretch. Where it broke. And that's cool.
But your ship move is complete. If you're comfortable, we can move you a little more in.
I'm good.
Yeah, we got nothing on zero sonar at the moment.
Copy that.
50, so can do one more bump to keep
Bridge
moving
now.
along here.
Let's repeat that last move. Range 20 meters, bearing 100, speed 0.2 knots. Good copy, thank you.
So here out in the area around the Mariana Trench Marine National Monument, it's May 1st. It's a Sunday.
Copy.
For those of you who are following along from the U.S. mainland, we hope you're enjoying your Saturday night. The last day of April. Tomorrow, it's going to be May.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Are you scolding us?
Fish upper left. An enemy right.
You can go in on the top one. Another one of those guys. So I'm dropping.
So this is yet another Lucicorus, and you can also see some pteropod shells just in between those pillows.
And there's this.
Oh, there's another fish down below that doesn't look like Lucicorus, maybe.
Yeah, we'll get that guy. I was hoping he was going to wiggle out in the open.
video.
Come on in.
It does look like the same one.
Yes, just a little bit lighter head, maybe.
No, that's not the same one.
Ooh.
Of course not.
Where are you going, little camera? Who's steering this thing?
Maybe I might need to take that back. Okay,
Albino.
my apologies, Roland. That is the same one.
Never doubt the eagle eye.
Never doubt the guy with the better monitor.
They seem to be, you have the 4K monitor over there. You seem to be,
Okay.
these seem to be the main fish that frequent this area, I guess. I don't know why, what's drawing them.
Video's clear.
Thanks, me too.
But yes, both of these are individuals of the genus Lucicorus.
Going off bottom screen is that original Lucia chorus.
Looks like we need to take you just about dead east on Copilot.
Yeah, it's about that time.
According to sonar.
I can move on over just a couple degrees here.
Yeah, come on over to 90, and then let's see if that squares it up. It should.
Yeah, looks good.
Copy that. We'll wait till the last move is done. Should be momentarily, and then get another one in. East.
A little bit bigger, white spot lobster.
Copy, Bridge. Can we get another move in?
And some staining.
Range 20 meters, bearing 090 degrees, speed 0.2.
Look at, hold on, wait, I'm going to center up
So
over
here's
here for a second.
another Menodopsis, squat lobster.
Good copy.
Does this look like more, like a fair amount of staining now?
We're starting to get
I
more
think that looks
stainish.
No, look to the right. Like, so it's coming into the center part now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Is there
think that
some-
looks more.
More.
Copy that.
Again, I think
Steps in.
Come in. Yeah, please do.
I think we're really just.
I know. I think we're
desperate
sort of desperately
Yeah.
searching for. But that, I mean,
It is a
I
lighter
don't know.
color. It could be the wrong lighter color, but it's lighter colored. Yeah. Might just be some sandy part. You know. Well, interesting. So do we think we're missing it, or that these are extinct?
I think we're not there yet.
Okay.
I think that
So we're just
because
missing it.
if we had seen extinct,
That would be a
it would
tubes,
still look
yeah.
different than
It would
this.
be a chimney. Yeah. Okay.
So
All right. We will
yeah, I
continue
mean-
on. Here's the. Do you want to look at the squat lobster? Are we happy? With that was a squat lobster.
shore-based scientist, did anybody else see that? So there's a little bit of iron staining here, but I'm not entirely sure that it. Wow, that's a cool pillow though.
Definitely.
It's a Squidward nose.
I'm waiting to see if anything pops up
No,
the event
I
log.
mean-
Yeah.
Staining by itself is not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
We want staining to be showing us where hot water's coming out of the bottom.
Right.
That is not happening here.
Yeah. Okay. We
right.
just wanted, we're
continue on.
hopeful, and we just want some confirmation that we need to keep moving to find what we're looking for.
So we're just about to where we think this local high is, top of this guy. Once we confirm that in sonar, we'll start making our way to waypoint 3. Does that sound good?
So I
Sound
think this
good?
was just asked by the event log. we are almost at the top of that local high pillow mound that is north of waypoint 3. And so we can just do a little eyeballing here at the top, but there are no indicators that there's active hydrothermal venting on this pillow mound. So then we will make our way over to waypoint 3.
Sounds good. Deb, just thinking ahead, we probably have a couple hours left in the dive, and is it feasible to, in terms of how the ship is moving and so forth, to have a look around waypoint 3 and still make it to waypoint 4 by the end of the dive, do you think?
I will ask our navigator.
I copy that. Let me crunch some numbers here.
Okay.
I gave a good push if you want to come up with me.
Oh yeah, where is waypoint 4 buried under those contour lines right now?
Wow, look at those.
The pillows?
Trying to give you
Yeah,
as
they're
much
just
tether
like
as
all
I can.
drained down from this one peak.
It's because we keep getting to these little eruptive vents. So basically what we're looking at, and we've seen this now once before, we came up, possibly twice, at least once before, we came up on these very sharp points that are the locus of the eruptive flow out of these really big mounds.
Can we tilt the camera up just a little bit more?
Look at this. This is amazing.
Tilt up,
really
or can
cool.
I rise up?
No, camera. I was just
And look
wanting
at,
to.
see how thin and
We're already
stringy they
seeing the
are
top,
compared
though,
to some
so
of
we're
the
good.
big ones we saw down the
Yeah,
bottom.
definitely.
And on the bathymetry, it's very interesting because it's a very sharp high that we see.
No.
Look
so
at Sirius.
these are cool. Oh yeah, Sirius is cool too.
The coolest, actually, I would say. I'm gonna light
So
it up.
Bill,
Nice
while
view.
our
Come in
navigator is
partial
looking
if we've
at
got
times and
small
things,
enough heave
I just want to make sure waypoint 4
on
was at the
Sirius.
base of that very steep.
Actually, I like that image
steep
at
and
that
high
distance.
mound, right?
I got the light all the way to the bottom.
Right, it's at the north base.
Pirouette
Okay,
around
yeah, I just
one
want to make
side
sure
or the
that
other.
looks like it's in the right place.
Sure thing. Pirouette around this side.
So,
Up to the
watch the
Sirius
we,
headed in the direction of
by the time
mound.
we explore this local high and then explore waypoint 3, I estimate we'll have maybe an hour and a half left in the dive.
Okay.
And then it will take 45 minutes to get to waypoint 4.
Okay, so we'll have about a half an hour to look around waypoint 4.
Well, that's if we get off the bottom and then zip on over there at point 4 in the water column, and we see blue for a while.
The view in camera 2 is really amazing.
So that's up to you
yeah,
guys.
Wow.
I think that is probably what we'll want to do.
I mean, how much longer do we want to explore this second mound for? Because I really don't think there's going to be any activity on this mound.
Yeah, I assume that we're only exploring this to wait for the ship to move. Is that correct?
We're exploring the local high,
Yeah.
making sure it is the local high, and then we're going to waypoint 3.
Right. Okay.
But like
I just don't think we want to linger here. is
the
what I'm
ship
saying.
move for waypoint 3 is pretty much already in, right? Or not?
Not quite, but
Oh,
it is.
anytime
it,
now.
it will be once we're
The
done
Sirius
with the top
view
here.
is just incredible.
Yeah, the Sirius view is fantastic. I think
Nice work.
we can go. I think we can move on to
It was all
waypoint
me.
3.
I agree.
It is really awesome though. That's
It is
really
amazing.
cool video.
And you can also see some
look
Brazilian
at
sea
these guys.
stars hanging
All right,
out
so I need to line up
on the
south
local
so we
high here,
can-
and that's just because they want to try and get
Yeah.
as far up into the
Yeah, I'm
water
not gonna put
column
it in until
that
you guys are
that
set.
they can, so that they can feed it more easily in the
Ah,
currents.
so
right,
just
and they
follow
have
you around?
they've absolutely
It's not
found the
dead
highest
south.
The
spot in there.
highest spot, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Could
exactly.
you give me
That is really
Probably
cool.
like
Sirius, though.
Actually,
I noticed a lot of the sea stars here are missing
it will
arms.
be just about dead
It's
south.
a hard life.
Yeah, wonder there must be something.
Yeah,
You
let's
know.
just go south.
What's eating them?
I
can
don't,
follow
I'm
me
not sure.
south as
Maybe
I
some
go
fish.
around.
Copy that.
Come and
Which,
pluck
how
off
you
an
doing on
arm every now
turns?
and again.
Oh, 0 turns on the ship. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, you came back around. I've been watching.
All right, so
You're good.
On to waypoint 3.
yep, our next stop is going to be waypoint 3, which was another one of these
Targets.
targets. Yes.
That is a cool picture.
And
Look
Bill,
at that now.
were these targets
Off to the abyss.
particle or chemical targets or both?
Let me know when you guys are set.
I think both from the mapper sensor.
Coming around due south.
So question.
Yep.
This is gonna be awkward.
With that,
I can lift up more if it helps.
No, you're totally fine. I'm just trying to sort out what I should be
There's
doing.
definitely an offset between our nav and the map.
Right.
Are you taking that into account in terms of the waypoint position? Where
You
we're
can stay at your
I will check and make
altitude.
sure
I'm
that
gonna
they are.
drop a little.
Yeah, I'll check and make sure. Hey, Nav, when you have a chance.
Go ahead.
Just making sure that we're going to the waypoint as it's been sort of translated over to fit the offset.
That is affirmative.
Okay, thanks. So, Bill, yes, we are heading towards waypoint 3, but they are taking into account the offset between the bathymetry we see on HIPAC and where the ship and ROV are plotting.
Chris, you're so smart.
Okay, excellent.
Okay. So we can keep coming over. So we're definitely due south.
Yeah.
Okay. And we can, guess, call that in.
Okay.
I think it's pretty sheer, so we might just have to do a bit of blue water and then drop.
I think so. Let's do 30 meters.
Sounds good.
Actually, let's do 40 meters.
I like it.
Even better.
50 is... We're clear up to 50 on serial
Bridge now. Ship move, please. 40 meters, 180 degrees, 0.2 knots.
Hey, Deb. Bill, it's Mike. I'm watching what you're doing now. Just get back.
Good copy. Thank you, Bridge.
So, Mike, did you see that local eruptive event? Oops.
I did see it, and I was going to. The reason I called is because sometimes we call them haystacks. I think it's something that was first found in the Atlantic, and then in some of the places they're also known sort of rootless cones. I don't know whether these are or not. In other words, they're not fed directly from the dikes. They're sort of overpressurized areas that are underneath the big pillar. I don't know what the answer is, but
so once we explore waypoint 3,
it sort of looks like a
buckle up for some blue water. We're gonna shift
Mike,
on down.
would you do me a favor and introduce yourself for both the scientists
As long as
and
you're okay with
the
that.
public that might be listening in?
This is waypoint 4 south. Is it that other one that was way down there?
Yeah, this is Mike Griffith. I'm a professor at the University
pretty flat, though, right?
Florida, Department of Geological
So
Sciences.
drop down and then run along the
And
platform.
have the honor of having Deb as one of my
Good.
first honor students at the University of Florida.
As long as you're cool with point 4.
Thanks, Mike. So Mike was my undergrad advisor, and he is an expert in, well, not just pillow basalts, but you're an expert geochemist of the seafloor.
Cool with anything.
So, interestingly,
Copy that.
interesting enough, Mike, if you look at the bathymetry, you'll see that almost every single one of these pillow mounds that Bill mapped with Sentry has this
That's interesting. Look at
small,
your
sharp
sonar.
local high on it. So that's actually really cool.
What is that?
We've been getting those sometimes.
Is that?
I think it's the craft going nuts. I can turn my head and see if it
that one
follows.
was amazing, especially when Bill had the camera.
Yeah, see what it does.
That was
yours
just
zoomed in.
amazing, because we never use
45 degrees.
that.
Yeah,
Usually you're
do
just
it
kind of
again.
you don't get the perspective, but that was
Yeah.
clearly one of these
Craft.
sharp haystacks. If you
Yeah,
will.
I'm at 20.
Yeah, and that was
You can push me out
either
if you
the
want.
second or third result.
Bill and Bob Embley.
Yeah, let's do that while we're-
Could you push me out too?
So, hello from the West Coast.
Yeah.
It's late for you.
Hi, Bill, Bob, Andrew. Nice to talk to you this remotely. This is actually quite amazing to be watching this and talking to you guys at the same time. Yeah, it's a little after 10. We were out most of the day, so I only got back about half an hour, 45 minutes ago. But usually it's about this time of night I tune in to see what great stuff is going on.
Ship moving yet? What do you think?
Yeah, we're really enjoying that.
I mean, the Sirius moving ship's obviously moving.
What time was that? Should move.
Second body above
I mean,
the
just
ROV.
Yeah, just
without
eyeing
knowing
it, I'm
coming,
saying no.
so-
Really
Okay.
good.
3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Nice to have a wider field of view sometimes.
If you do one of these guys here,
The little line there.
Yeah, definitely.
if you don't come up or change your camera angle,
So it's been amazing.
Or no, sorry, camera angle doesn't matter. Heading.
It's almost like we're looking at them slowly enough that it really gets to the sense of
that'll tell you.
And I'll watch. We'll get an updated time right here.
Intertwined like that. How do you get these huge pillow mounds with these things streaming down from them? Where are the vents? Are there multiple vents? I guess we were talking a little bit about that last night. Whether or not there's multiple vents to feed this, but they always seem to just pouring down from some high point rather than forming a whole bunch of different small cones.
Altitude. Sure.
Okay, well, if nobody's going to answer, I will. Mike,
looks like I'm
one of the things actually that you, I think, probably missed a little bit earlier was we saw two very different pillow morphologies today. When we were looking at one of the western pillow mounds, we had big pillows that had all sorts of tiny little protrusions on them. And then on the eastern side, it was much more typical pillow morphology. So we'll have to find you some pictures and send them to you for that as well. It was very interesting.
Here, I thought we were on the bottom watch.
And of course, those protrusions from last night were just remarkable.
It's pretty cool, though.
I've never seen anything like that. I've seen lots of little things sticking out of the bottoms of the pillows, but I've never seen anything sticking out in the mid-water column. Pretty strange.
Yeah, that was really weird.
So what's the approximate depth there?
So for those of you who are following along at home, or even for our starbase scientists, just so you know, we're doing a little bit of mid-water flying so we can jump down this steep slope on our way down to waypoint 3.
38, 70.
So just in case you don't see anything right now,
75,
that's why.
something like that.
Copy that, thanks.
You should maybe start to pick up that saddle here soon. This guy.
Might have been wrong. Not moving. Not seeing any change.
Yeah, don't forget about heave.
Yeah, I think that was it. That was my mistake.
That's okay. Mistakes are allowed. It's hard to judge.
Negative.
So we're jumping over to that second peak. Case.
Yeah, if we want to zoom on a white dot, we can zoom on a white dot. Otherwise, we're jumping over to the next peak.
We're going here, Dan? Are you looking at high pack?
Yeah.
But we think it's here.
No,
because the offset with the map.
Affirmative.
There's your white dot. Zoom.
Zooming white dot. Upon pilot's request.
On the outside, it looked like it was maybe more crystal on the inside. Is that true, or was it just mostly glassy all the way through?
It's a bubble. Yeah.
Zooming out.
It's definitely man-made.
So from your oblong sonar return, we can determine if you're going downhill or uphill or diagonal. Let's see. Got 225. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely moving.
So, I mean, Sirius is catching up now? Maybe?
Yes.
Alright, good. Seemed that way. Look at your camera, 49. Alright, I'll just mosey along in this configuration. If we see a drop off in your altitude or something that seems like it'll allow us to drop, then we will. Otherwise, just hold here and go.
Okay. Gonna blow this out a little for you, pilot.
Roger.
Yeah, I think Sirius is seeing like this here, downhill to the southwest, and then hopefully, you know.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Copy.
Tilt up, see if there's anything creature-wise up high. I don't see anything. There's all this dust. You'd think you'd have fish swimming around going after it. It's not.
What's your? Oh, you're out. You're way out.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Okay.
waiting for him
I'm
to
at
sort of come off
20.
a shelf so he could come down.
Okay. Yeah. I was looking at your sonar, wondering why we didn't pick up that hill yet, but
Yeah. I'll be able to drop soon. He's at 25 now. We can start coming down.
yeah, I would. Cool.
Spin my mic. I checked to make sure.
How's that?
Oh my goodness. Thanks. I thought I double checked with Roland to make sure I had it the right way, but I guess. Roger that. You're welcome. That makes sense. That actually makes sense too.
So I hear I missed a question about yesterday's rock samples.
What do you got for altitude? 15. Okay. I'll settle here.
Okay.
Maybe a little farther down.
Yeah, I asked that. It's
You
my
can stay.
Okay.
I'll push.
What'd you ask
down
about?
a little more.
So the really glassy protuberance ones, I was just wondering whether or not
I'm going to push the limit of our delta a little bit down.
Inside. It
Put
looked like they
something
were
like
a little
20
lighter
or
color
something.
inside, so they weren't glassy all the way through.
The,
But was
Around
there
your
sort of
altitude, let me
excess
know if you
glass
get
on it or
another
not?
there was
shelf
a
or
ton of
another
glass
jump
on it.
down.
So
Okay,
the bigger
I'm still
one, the
at
one that was,
16.
man, I don't know, probably
16 to 20.
almost
really.
18 inches
Yeah,
long.
we'll hold
That
it
one was
16 to 20.
At the
Get 20 to
toe,
25.
at the very
we'll drop
toe of it, which
5
actually
meters.
broke off, that was almost
kinda see it down
entirely
there.
glass. By
You
the
what?
time
I
it
kinda
came up
see
to
it
the
down there.
thicker
The
part,
bottom?
Yeah.
where
Really?
we knocked
See
it
it?
off of its
Barely on the
pillow,
bottom of the screen.
the
you sure
interior
can.
was
Yeah.
rock.
Awesome.
But it
Yeah,
probably
but
had
if you look
a
at your
good,
sonar, Copilot, you've got
it was more than a quarter
stuff
inch
way
of glass
closer
all the way around.
to your on your 6.
So
Yes.
it was
So
exceptionally
that would
glassy.
keep you from coming down.
And then
Right, yeah.
the smaller one, I'm not sure about.
Yeah, not too much different than, yeah.
That's why coming down
So
is
is that
tricky.
typical?
Hey, what's our?
Trixie.
Should we change the bailout plan, or is it still good?
Yeah, you know, a lot of times
We're still good for now.
because it's so hard to sample the pillows, we wind up taking off
Maybe
the
we
little
can change it
toes
to
and
west,
noses
I guess,
that
but-
stick out. And very often the very edge of it, the very front nose of it, if you will, can be super glassy, and it's even hard to keep it on there because it's so glassy. And then as you get further back, the
Once we
core
land,
of it tends to be
we'll adjust,
stuff
right?
is super fine grain.
We can take
But it's,
another
it's more rocky
5-ish meters.
with a nice glass
keep an eye on
coating
your
on the outside. So it is sort of typical. It sounds typical.
Sonar, altimeter.
Yeah, and I mean, it's great because there's definitely more than enough glass to
Ship
sample
stopped.
off of it.
Affirmative.
But it does still have, the rock core with the glass on the outside.
Want another
But
one?
actually, Mike,
Are
while
we
I
getting
got you on
close,
the
or
phone,
are we still swinging?
could you maybe
you should
explain
be
to the people
getting
who are following
pretty close,
along and
yeah.
listening why
Okay.
we
I can
care
give you another
about
15
picking up
though.
glass
Get serious
off
over
these
it,
basalts
probably.
rather than the rock?
Just
or
trying
in
to,
addition
trying
to
to get
the
down
rock.
to that bottom there.
Yeah, let's give it another 15. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Well, how much more swing do you think we have? How much? Okay. It's not much,
Right.
then we can keep
So
going.
one of the main reasons of doing this
But I think
is
he's
from a
like
practical point of view in that the glass
not even close to done swinging, but I still think we could put in another move.
duration. The rock
Yeah, let's
part
do it.
itself has got a
Are we
certain
going to
amount of-
overshoot? How
of
much did you put in? 40?
porosity,
And how
if
much
you
did we
will,
need?
and there's little
We
fractures that run through
needed
it.
about 50, and I put in
Seawater
40.
can get in,
Oh, okay.
And
All right,
over
cool.
So,
time,
if we did overshoot, it
will
would be
actually
by
alter
more than
the rock.
5 or
You
10.
wind up getting different mineral phases in it. The glass starts to break down.
All right.
I have a feeling we're just going to want to book it on down south anyway.
Pure
Yeah.
rock, if you will.
Well, I found the bottom
The other
here.
thing is, when you're looking at
Bridge
what we
nav.
hope is
1.5.
magma compositions, the glass
Ship move, please.
has
Range
been
15 meters, bearing 180 degrees, speed 0.2.
Put something interesting in view
The
for a
rock
minute
itself
while we
sometimes has crystals
continue
in it
on.
that
I
may
already
have
see
formed
stuff
in
on my
that
sonar,
magma. They may have
30
picked them
meters
up and they
out.
have mixed.
Good
So
copy.
I might actually have
you
30
can
meters.
stay
Maybe I'll
away
push to that.
from the rock parts and just
see if I can get out there.
The glass. They're easy to clean. They're
You
very
want to keep my
pure.
altitude no
Most
more
often,
no less
hardly
than
have any
15.
crystals in them at all. Or if they do have
Yeah, keep a
crystals,
careful eye on
usually
your
means
altitude.
they
We don't want to
form
drop
right
too
within
much
the
with the hell
glass.
behind you. And
So it's just
any sort of big heave won't put you
a
in
number
trouble.
of reasons why you would take glass over rock. And that's certainly true the older the samples
You
get,
can,
because the more
Copilot, you can keep an eye on your tether with Titan.
and then the elements in it
Keep an eye on your
changed by that
tail there.
Copy that.
hydrothermal alteration.
Thanks, Mike.
You might be able to see bottom too, actually.
What Mike didn't mention was that, I don't know,
All right.
probably 20 years ago, I was sitting in his lab
I'm
picking
looking
glass
uphill.
samples to try to figure out which
I
ones
don't know
were
if
the
it's the
nicest
right uphill,
ones
but
for
I'm looking
geochemical
uphill.
analysis.
That is the right one. I know it.
Awesome. We're at 3875.
The other thing I'll mention that is
That's
absolutely
exactly
not
what we said,
scientific
isn't it?
about
It
the
is.
particular samples that we picked
Wow.
up yesterday is how much interest they garnered on the ship.
Wow.
Evidently, if you bring up some shiny
These are
black
like-
rocks that are kind of weirdly shaped, people really like them a lot more than manganese-encrusted pillow basalts that just aren't quite as attractive. So we had more visitors to the lab checking out our rocks yesterday than probably the rest of the dives.
All right. Well, we were near bottom, near that waypoint. I see some yellow already.
That's absolutely true. Even in all the cruises I've been on, you get nice shiny rocks. It's
We'll
like,
get a zoom and see if we see
having
any
the
sort
public
of
over and think, wow, this is
wavering
really cool
of
stuff
the water.
And
All right,
it's true
standing
even
by for zoom.
scientists, I think.
Yeah.
When you
Get a
see
little
these
bit
nice
closer.
almost
It's gonna
gem-like
get bright.
pieces
Sorry.
of sample, it's so much better than some grungy old rock covered
That's
with
what I'm here for.
And I feel that way too. I don't want to
Amongst
deal with
other
the rocks
things.
here.
Sonar's got returns. Sirius has sonar
All right,
returns
so,
out there too. So.
Look at that.
Thanks, Mike, for that primer
All right,
on glass
what's going
and
on?
basalts.
This.
And we are now back
Come on
on
in.
the seafloor.
Zooming in.
We are transiting towards waypoint 3, or perhaps we're
Holding
actually
here.
very close to it. I can ask the pilots. We definitely see more sediment. We're definitely seeing more orange staining.
I don't see a hint of a shimmer.
I don't see a hint of a shimmer either. Can you pull out a little bit so we can...
Yep.
Zooming out.
Looks like there's some sort of platy
Yeah.
a layer on the seafloor. I'm trying to figure out if that's just crust of pillows or it's something else that formed on the seafloor.
Yeah.
And
I
I
don't
can
know
hold
either.
here or lose the skids,
That's strange.
whatever you prefer.
looks
It's up
like,
to you. If you'd like to
something
lose the
else,
skids, take it away.
Sure.
And it does. It doesn't look like the
Holding
tops
here.
of the pillows. It looks like, I mean, it could be sort of a lobate like crust. I don't even think it's that. Like in between the pillows.
Yeah, like it formed on top of the sediment in between the pillows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want a closer peek at what
And then
this
it's
might
fallen
be?
apart in a bunch of places and left a bunch of holes.
Try to peek underneath or something?
Maybe.
Eh?
Eh.
That's not. That doesn't sound like a geologist. We're scientists.
Sure,
aren't
we
we?
They should probably.
Just kidding.
They should probably try and touch it.
Do you
See
want?
if it breaks.
You could try poking it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we do have two poking devices that are attached to the front of the vehicle, so we could poke.
It looks so, and I'm sure it's
Here's a
fragile.
good piece to poke.
It looks
over
pretty fragile.
Not,
Uh-huh.
not sure how much we've learned by that. I'm a little conscious of time.
Okay.
Hopefully, for our last waypoint.
Wanna come wide?
Guys.
It
All
looks
right.
like it's breaking. I mean, I'm
Full
not
wide.
even.
Yeah, you don't even have to poke it because we can already see.
Yeah.
So can we? So Bill, actually, I'll ask you this: do you want to scan around a little bit here and
It's like to your left.
make sure that we've seen
uphill.
everything before we move to waypoint 4?
Yeah, let's look around a little bit.
Okay.
I suspect we're near the high of this sort of lobe.
I wouldn't say.
and maybe there's another one of those haystack things that is in the vicinity.
Oh, we are moving uphill.
Judging from the
Well, they got local bump here, but that's not very big. That's pretty much the top of the bump
Okay.
right there, but not the top of the overall thing.
Yeah, just the top of the bump.
Just this one little bump here, and then.
Bill, do we want to make an
Looks like
excursion
there's
to
a
the?
shadow in the sonar image just in front of the vehicle, right?
Letting it scan. I don't have a shadow. She might be talking about Sirius, and that's me.
still no hydrothermal indicators that we can see, unfortunately.
No, so do we want to continue upslope, or do you just want to scan around near the bottom?
Let's see, so upslope is toward the, looks like southeast, is that right?
I would have said east, but what, pilots, what's upslope from here? Like what direction?
It's pretty flat.
Okay.
But do you have a gauge?
Southeast is probably right.
Maybe southeast. Sirius would say, I mean, obviously behind us is the steepest slope, but the next steepest slope would be definitely towards the southeast.
Maybe a little east of southeast.
Well, we are kind of on that plateau, so it doesn't really...
Yeah.
Jump over.
We're looking for an 8-meter pillar in the middle of this plateau, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I would maybe check out the top of that thing. And
Okay, so Nav?
If I've got the room to push, I will
So,
go there.
What the scientists would like to do is just check out the local high very, very quickly, and then, assuming we don't find anything, I think we'd like to just start flying over to waypoint 4.
Copy that.
Or maybe tell me if my assumption about time is right. How long would that transit take? And
half hour.
I'd like to have at least a half an hour over there.
I think that's exactly right, Bill. I think it will take about a half an hour to 45 minutes to get over to waypoint 4, and that should leave us, I believe, with about a half an hour there, if I remember correctly from talking to Nav earlier.
Yeah, let's call it 45.
Okay, so maybe we have a half an hour extra.
We should have some time
There's
to
an hour
wander
and a half
around.
left in the dive, more or less, right?
2:30. Yes. Yes. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Nav.
So yeah, let's.
So we should definitely leave an hour for the last waypoint. To get over there and then have a half an hour there.
What's the... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask Nav a different question.
Okay. Then in that case, we should probably just start asking them to head over to waypoint 4 now.
Looks like we're at the local high, huh?
Yeah.
We didn't have to go very far.
Let me get you guys set
Pilot,
up.
are we at basically at the high?
Well, I'm doing a scan on the sonar in this general
nothing,
direction.
right?
Yeah, I've got something off in the wrong way towards the southwest. I have a bump that might be a local high, bigger than this one, and we can go check it out if you want.
How long will it take?
That's the way we're headed anyway.
Oh, okay. As long as we're heading that direction.
Well, it would take. It takes us 6 minutes plus 5 for the ship to get there. 10 minutes to get over there, I guess.
I think.
But we're already headed that way, so we'll just do it.
Yeah, I think what we're most interested in right now, probably, especially because we haven't seen anything that really looks like serious hydrothermal staining and certainly not microbial mat, I think we're really ready to go to waypoint 4.
Roger.
So, Jeff, we need to get to the bottom of this.
Or if we can drive along the bottom southward or southwestward for a bit, and if the slope is not too steep and we can still see the bottom, that we could do.
Okay, we need to get to the bottom of this,
do the mid-water
and then
transit.
we might be able to do on the bottom. But what I don't want to do is come flying into this.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Bill, I can talk to Nav. I think that might slow us down, but I will.
Can I go ahead and turn with you to
our
new direction?
Okay.
Let's do 215.
215.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the as flat as it is, the speed over bottom versus the speed through
220
the water towing configuration, especially the
Copy
work that it takes to get to towing configuration, I don't think the time will be much different.
Okay, so would it be better if we went down to the bottom then?
I would say so.
Okay, then let's do it.
Okay, let's do 220. I'm going to put in a 50-meter move to get you guys over there.
Okay.
You're going to be blue for a bit, but...
Yeah, so we'll do a blue water hop to get off the top of this plateau, and then we'll acquire bottom and
bridge
zoom
now.
along.
Great.
And I'm just going to follow you over to
Okay,
220.
so shoreside.
Sounds
Next
good.
part of our plan to continue to traverse this area in the hopes of finding a hydrothermal
Bridge
vent.
nav.
We're going to hop off the top
move,
of
please.
this little
Range
mound.
50 meters.
And we're going to get
bearing
down to
220 degrees.
the
Speed
somewhat
0.4
flat valley floor
knots.
between these mounds, and then we are going to strike off to the southwest to head over to that very steep,
Good copy.
what we think might be a pile of pillows, and investigate our last hydrothermal vent target,
Copy.
which is just north of that steep pillow. Well, steep mount.
Let's be diligent here, guys.
So go zoom out on that waypoint 4.
Waypoint 4 is here.
Yeah, is
Zoom
there any
out.
more data down below there, or just push up a couple times just so I can see what it looks like?
Okay, so and
So
You
what
want me to
do we
zoom in here?
Yeah, what are we actually going for there? They want to see
It's
that
on a wall.
They
I
just want
think
to
it
see
might
that
be
wall.
more like
So,
45,
yeah.
but I'll ask them once they're
Okay.
done chatting with each other.
Sorry,
So
we
you-
didn't catch the question.
Well, I know, because you guys were working. That's
Yeah.
okay. We wanted to know how long it'll take us to start, like, to make the jump down to the bottom, and then how long it'll take us to traverse over to waypoint 4.
I'd say 15 to 20 to get to the bottom, and then as the quickest that we could make it there is 30 meters. What I don't want to do is come flying in at 0.4 of a knot onto a wall, which is where waypoint 4 is.
Yeah.
So we'll get there as quickly as we can. I'd say 30, maybe 35 minutes.
Okay, so 15 to 20 to get down to the base, and then another 30 to 35 to get over to waypoint 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sure.
Is there a little peak between us? Right?
All right, so I'm not sure if everybody heard that, so I will just repeat it. Basically, it's going to take us 15 to 20 minutes to make the hop down from this local high that we're on down to that
Yeah, there's something
valley floor. Just
straight
because
to your
it's
starboard
a
there.
pretty steep slope, and it's easier to just do a little blue water flying
Might
to
be a little
get
peak.
into position.
How did I miss that
And
on
then
sonar?
it'll take
Light it
about a
up.
half an hour to 35 minutes to traverse
So during this move,
over
you're going to try to stay in front of me
waypoint 4.
and watch your
and
sonar?
part of that is because they don't
And
want to
I'll
put themselves in a
know.
position where they actually run into
Look at that guy.
the steep slopes just south of waypoint 4.
Look at this little guy. Did we already find this little guy?
No.
Just look at the other side. Oh.
So is this the other side of the little haystack, the little eruptive vent we were...
Nah, this
Did we
is
find this one before or
no,
not?
this is a different little
Oh,
guy.
good. Look, we found another little eruptive vent, a little haystack.
We do have little bumps.
So again, one of the things I have to say, the bathymetry for this area was simply fascinating because it was so high resolution that you could actually see these little tiny mounds sort of hovering above the rest of the area. And it's very, very rare that we have such detailed bathymetry of the seafloor. And it's just fantastic to look at. It was really, really cool. So Bill, thanks for showing that to us. I just love it. It's great. Great bathymetry.
Yeah, I've become a convert of AUV symmetry. It gives so much information about the geology of the seafloor at a scale that's really useful for putting the visual observations into context.
And so we just noticed a Brazingid again, just like on the last haystack we visited. Brazingid's at the top, very top of these haystacks, getting themselves as far into the water column as they possibly can so they can feed more efficiently. There was also a holothurian in the area. I mean, there is a lot of sediment around, so perhaps he or she's deposit feeding
Off stick.
on some of the sediment that we're seeing. But I mean, even as a biologist, this geology is pretty stunning, and I've never seen anything like these little sort of haystack features. Yeah, with the draining down on the side. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. We didn't pick anything up.
And as we've seen for most of this dive, most of these pillows have been moderately, and even down in the valley, heavily sedimented, which was a striking contrast to our dive yesterday, which was on lava flows that were less than 2 years old. So these are obviously older than that. But
Think
they
you're moving
still
yet?
have just a beautiful structure that you can look at and really appreciate how these may have erupted.
You want to zoom in here, video, see what this
Sure, why not?
different color is?
Zooming in.
Come on in.
Holding.
Oh,